When you live the mobster life, you get mobster consequences. First of all, shout out to the bloggers who first reported the information. I don't know if it's fully accurate or not, but word has it on the streets, YouTube streets, that Jay Prince Sr. is in federal custody. He got arrested yesterday. We don't know what the status is as far as Junior is concerned or the other sons, but that's the word right now. He's in federal custody. For me, I've always been someone who wants the best results for the Black community. My background, me coming from LA, growing up in Southern California, the truth was put in my face early. You know, I was born in the early 80s, 82, and I saw a lot. Been around a lot, experienced a lot. Gangs, the drugs, the prostitutions, you know, the prostitutes that was around me, and I'll see them. I was around them at a young age, not in my home or anything like that, but, you know, that's LA life. Excuse me, especially if you going through Figueroa or Long Beach Boulevard. Yeah, you're going to see them. But experiencing what I experienced, but having the mentors that I had in my life throughout those experiences, I think it kept me balanced and it helped shape me into the man I am today. And that's because I had great male mentors. Not only my father, but I had a stepfather. I had coaches when I was playing in sports, mainly football. I was put in training programs. Shout out to Compton College. I mean, I think it's like El Segundo now. El Segundo College, but it was originally Compton College. In Compton, of course, basically right there at the Long Beach Boulevard Artesia situation. It is right, technically off Long Beach and Artesia. That's where you'll find Compton College. If you know, you know. But even being at that Compton College in that summer program, the summer camp, it kept me grounded. I mean, we fought a lot, me and my brothers, during the camps, outside of the camps, all that. But at the same time, we had still mentors. We still had people teaching us things, keeping us active. They was feeding us. They give us breakfast, lunch, after, before we leave. Now, guys like Jay Prince Sr., I'm not saying he probably ain't done no good in the communities and stuff like that, because I ain't been around him like that. I don't know him like that. But this is what I do know. The example he's been setting over the last few years, and the people that have been dying around him or his camp or his sons, it's become too much. And from my eyes, I've seen a lack of remorse. I've seen more deflection and excuses rather than sorrow and care towards the life of Black people who are dying around them. Duke the Jeweler didn't deserve to die around his sons. I mean, nobody. I really wish someone would ask Jay Prince Sr., why were you okay? And why have you been okay with your sons setting up dice games late nights and in public areas? Illegally, really. Why did he never say anything? Like, even after Duke the Jeweler died first, Why didn't he say anything then? Why didn't he shut that down? If you got this much power, Mr. Senior, you couldn't get your sons and his homies and his goons to stop doing that shit? You couldn't say, hey, man, y'all not going to be doing that. Y'all making my brand look bad. Y'all making me look bad. This is not what Mob Ties stands for. That's not what our true meaning is. Doing this little hood goon shit. And you niggas can go to Vegas. If y'all really that desperate to gamble like that. But he says nothing. And then when everybody really started seeing him for who he is, after Takeoff dies, it was pretty much Takeoff. They were all there, out there in Houston on J. Prince Sr.'s birthday. His birthday was October 31st. Takeoff died the very next morning. Out of all times, peep the numbers. They reported that he died reportedly at 2:34 a.m. 2:34 on 11/1/11. Now, where was J. Prince Sr.? Has anybody revealed where J. Prince Sr.'s whereabouts were? Or where his whereabouts was when Takeoff died? I mean, common sense to me would say, look, it's my birthday. I want my family and everybody to be there to celebrate and everything like that. But they smooth painted the picture as if J. Prince Jr. was there. Mike Prince, Quavo, Takeoff, and all these other guys that was connected to Mob Ties or QC, quality control. But nobody mentioned where J. Prince Sr. was. Like, I just don't believe that he was not at that bowling alley or at least in the building while that commotion happened outside. Because where will you be at on your birthday? Why are you not with your family and your sons and all them? They're supposed to be there celebrating with you on your birthday, sir. But everybody kept that quiet. Oh, we ain't gonna even say he was here, man, But Takeoff dies around your sons again, or they're shooting dice at 2 o'clock in the morning, illegally, out in public. I mean, y'all couldn't do that inside the bowling alley at least? You could have just bought the whole building. You could have, I don't get it. You couldn't buy the whole bowling alley and just to where nobody can come in and y'all could do y'all little gambling inside of there. And if something would have happened, something would have happened. But y'all always have to be outside doing something. Or maybe there wasn't doors on the Duke to Julius situation. I don't know. Regardless, it's stupid to do some gambling when y'all rich and y'all gambling with poor men. Young men who have guns. They got some money in their pocket, but they still poor. They ain't really got it like that. But if J. Prince Sr. is in custody, good. Because we don't need this guy. He's a bad representative of the black community. I've had a lot of great mentors and a lot of respectable men who have done way more. Well, he ain't did. That J. Prince Sr. ain't did shit like that. But I've been around men who've done way more worse shit than he's done. And once they was back on the streets, they made the best of their new opportunity to make their mark on the life of young men. All my OGs, they never told me, hey, man, follow my footsteps. They was the ones that said, I'll beat your ass if you do what the fuck I did, bro. I got threatened, nigga, they threatened me. They was like, nigga, if you do any of this shit, you ain't got to worry about your parents dealing with you. I'm going to deal with you. So I thank God for my parents. I thank God for the streets, my coaches, my mentors, even teachers. But, it's too many people get caught up in that money and that ego, and then they forget that they have a responsibility to set an example to these young men. Because these young men be paying attention to that. And if you send all these cryptic messages and sending threats to people and stuff like that, and you just think you John Gotti or some shit, like Offset said, then eventually it's gonna come back to you. I mean, I don't know. I don't even know why the feds and whoever was taking this, waiting this long to even pick him up. It's like, how y'all just let this dude just make threats, make excuses, deflect, and all that stuff. But why are you even speaking on an open case? So all of us was so confused. Like, we like, man, what's the deal with this dude? Like, nigga, you can't close your mouth. You can't stop trying to protect your ego, your brand, your reputation, when you have been sloppy, bruh. And even if Jay Prince Sr., if it ain't been you, it's been your kids, it's been people that's under you, your umbrella. And you don't have enough power over them to tell them, like, look, I'm not going to tolerate this, shut this down. You never did that. You just let it carry on until it got became too much. And then everybody started pointing the finger at you, Senior. And then after a while, I don't even know why he's speaking. He wasn't even there when and I'm gonna tell you like this. You know, people like to throw rocks and hide their hand. Man, shut your bitch ass up, nigga. You did all that because you knew your back was against the wall, because you knew the heat was coming on, bro. So you're a disgrace for a respectable man. You're not a respectable black man, bro. You're not. If I don't know about the rest of the black community, but you're not allowed. You're done. You join them white elites over there, buddy. Or sit your ass in the federal penitentiary for all I care, because you had a lot of time to change your ways and you've just gotten worse and worse and worse. So maybe this is karma for you, sir. Enjoy.